Come here, y'all. What is the best way to get rid of a narcissist? Hey, before y'all get the dark thoughts, don't start thinking those dark thoughts. I know y'all thinking like, Lee, I'm gonna hire a hitman, like Ray William Johnson be saying. He hired a hitman. No, not get rid of them that way. I know it crossed your mind. I know it did. We're not doing that. You're not doing that. We're not crashing out, as the young folks say nowadays, right? We're not going to do that. No, seriously, we're not going to do that. But today, that's what we're talking about today. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I just give you an inner look at the mind of a narcissist, y'all. But yeah, how do you get rid of a narcissist? How do you get rid of those toxic narcissistic people? How do you get them out of your life for good? Again, no hitmen. None. I know you're like, well, Lee, please, just a little hitman, please. Get a little. No, not even a little one. Not even a little one. Seriously, narcissistic people are I think a lot of people think it's very hard to get rid of narcissists, right? To get them out of your life for good, so you don't have to cross paths with them any longer, so you don't have to see them in public any longer, or whatever the case may be. I understand that, right? Because a lot of times we get into our minds that narcissists are these type of you can't hurt a narcissist, or narcissists are impermeable people. They just have self-defense. Like narcissists are walking around with some force field on, like they cannot be hurt. Like we cannot be damaged in any way. No, y'all. I'll say this right here: the quickest, most efficient way to get rid of a narcissist is to stop giving them whatever supply or validation that you're giving them, that they are taking from you, that they are getting from you, because you might not be giving it to them willingly, right? When I say supply, I mean validation. What type of validation is this person getting from you? That's one question you have to ask yourself. What type of validation am I supplying this person? Is this person getting from me? Because we all know that narcissists have trouble. Yeah, we have huge problems with externally validating ourselves. It's very difficult for narcissists to externally validate, right? So with that being said, it's hard as hell. We cannot. We can't do it. It's difficult. So we need a source of supply. We need a constant source. We need a power source. You are the narcissist power source. Y'all see what am I holding on to today? What is my mic on? It's on a USB-C cable. This is my little running gag now, y'all. I got to make this stuff fun for myself, y'all. I done said the word narcissist over the last 5 years, probably 100,000 times. I'm about to say the word narcissist 100,000 times, y'all. It's crazy. So I got to keep moving forward. But yeah, narcissistic people are always seeking some type of external validation, are always seeking some type of supply. So in order to get rid of them, they have to not be getting anything from you. You see what I'm saying? They have to not be receiving or getting anything from you in any way, shape, or form. That's the simplest way to put it. They cannot be getting supply from you. They cannot be getting some type of validation from you. They cannot be receiving that. So you have to be able to cut this person off in some way, shape, or form. You have to be able to do that. I know it sounds more difficult than it is sometimes, right? But you can cut them off. You absolutely can. You have the power to do that. Once you figure out what you have going on and whatnot, once you figure out what they're getting from you, then you can cut it off. You have the ability to cut it off, especially if it's money, right? If the validation that they're getting from you is some type of financial stuff, you can slowly wean them off. I know sometimes it's difficult, but if the narcissist in your life is somebody that you have to take care of or whatever, I know it's difficult. I know, but it has to be done. You have to take away whatever supply that you're getting from them, or they're getting from you, and typically they get bored. You have to bore them, right? Whatever supply that they're getting from you, you have to take it away. And an easy way to sometimes the supply that they're getting from you is some type of emotional supply, right? They're just some type of emotional supply where they are worried about gauging your reactions, how you're going to react to certain things, how you are reacting to certain things. A lot of them get it based on that right there. They're getting some type of supply from the way that you react to them. This is why I'm big on telling people to control your reactions. If you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, I'm big on controlling your dang on reactions, because you have to. You have to be in control of your reactions, y'all. You absolutely have to. If you're not in control of your reactions, you're going to lose 10 out of 10 times. You just are. Because they're going to use your reactions against you. And your reactions sometimes are fueling the narcissist. Your reactions sometimes are absolutely fueling this narcissistic person in order to keep them doing what they're doing. Like, in order to keep them around. They're getting some type of fuel from you. So you have to take the fuel away. Like, sometimes you can, wait, well, Lee, how the hell we take the fuel away? What the hell do we need to do? You can look up the term gray rocking, right? Gray rocking is typically just, it really is, simply put, you have to become like a gray rock. You know what I'm saying? You have to be born and remove your emotional reactions to that narcissistic person. Because sometimes the supply that they're getting from you is literally your emotional reactions. They just feel like they're still in control of you because you're reacting to them, right? This can be done in the co-parent. This happens a lot of times in the co-parenting arena. When you're trying to co-parent with them and they're doing and saying all kinds of crazy ass stuff to you, it can be very difficult, especially when your kids are involved, to just be like, Lee, it's hard. Lee, it's hard not to say nothing. It is. Like, that is hard. It's hard when they're just chastising me. It's hard not to say something. Like, I get that, y'all. But sometimes you gotta look. You're winning you're losing the battles. Sometimes the battles you feel like you're losing to win the war overall, whatever the war and battle looks like for you. That's what you're saying. I looked up gray rocking. I've never done that before. It says making all interactions with them as uninteresting as and unrewarding as possible. So pretty much giving short, straightforward answers to questions. You don't have to give them like deep, penetrating answers. You don't have to give them, you know what I'm saying? You can hide your emotional reactions to the stuff that they're doing because sometimes they just want to know it affects you. But I'll tell you about gray rocking. It's for short-term use only. Like, you're not supposed to be gray rocking somebody for 4 years because they'll make you go crazy out because you're stifling. At that point, you stifling a lot of yourself right there, right? A lot of you are stifling yourself at that point because of how things are going to go. A lot of you are absolutely stifling yourself. So you don't want to stifle yourself, y'all. You really do not want to stifle yourself. So I'll say this as well. You have to remove the supply. And also sometimes, y'all, you want to get rid of a narcissist, ghost them. Go no contact with them. Y'all, because sometimes, look, now, does this work 100% of the time? Y'all, none of this stuff is going to work 100% of the time, right? But the most efficient way to get rid of a narcissist without hiring a hitman is literally to ghost them or just go no contact with them as safely as possible, right? Because most times when you ghost somebody, they automatically don't think you have somebody else. That's the mind of a narcissist. You're not talking to me. You must have someone else. Somebody else must be clapping them cheeks. So you must be clapping somebody else's cheeks. What is going on here? Da 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 da. Some of them, that's the most efficient way, is to literally be literally do that right there. You really have to do it just like that. You know, going no contact with them can drive them crazy, right? But you have to stay no contact with them. Going no contact with them and consistently breaking it just teaches them that sooner or later, all they have to do is apply a little pressure to you and you'll crack. They have to give you a little bit of pressure and you'll give in to whatever they ask you to do. This happens to so many people. So it's just like, as you're moving forward, this is why it's like you have to be in control of your reactions. Meditate, goose fraba, whatever it takes in these situations for you to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to help you out in the long run. Do you think that narcissistic person is out here trying to help you, is looking to help you? No. Typically, narcissists are trying to help themselves in some way, shape, or form. They're typically looking out for themselves or trying to find better ways to look out for themselves. This is typically how it goes. So as you're moving forward, as you're trying to win, as you're trying to thrive and grow, just understand that this person right here is looking out for their own best interest. So in order to get rid of them, you look out for yours. You look out for your best interest. Like, as soon as you start putting yourself first, typically narcissists will start to disconnect from you. Now, you notice I didn't say get rid of you. I said disconnect from you, because as soon as you start standing up for yourself and you become boring to them and they're no longer getting supply, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to leave you, right? So sometimes even if you start doing all of that, sometimes they still might not leave you because they'll give some type of crazy ass excuse like, I went to church and God told me this, God told me, yeah, you know what I mean? But sometimes they still might not believe you. That's why you have to stay strong throughout the process in order to show them. You can tell them all you want to, but y'all know showing is always going to be better in these situations. Showing them is better than telling. I can show better than I tell. And do what people say all the time. I show better than I tell. So you need to show better than you tell. because like I said, you don't, if you decide to go no contact with them, you don't necessarily have to tell them now, because you always want to prioritize your safety first and your kids' safety or whatever the case may be. But you always want to prioritize your safety first, because I guarantee you, narcissistic people are prioritizing theirs. They're looking out for themselves. They're trying to find ways to justify their own behaviors and their own actions, and to do things that they feel like they can get away with, or they should get away with. So that's something big that you have to think about right there, y'all. It really, really is. Because you want to get rid of them. Sometimes you expose them, right? You know, going no contact with them helps, but sometimes you can expose them. Like, as soon as you can really, literally expose that narcissistic person. Because if you expose them, typically they go away. But again, use discretion. User discretion is advice. Use discretion when you're exposing a narcissist, because you know that once you expose them, some of them will absolutely lose their minds because they're so worried about what other people think. They get hyper fixated on what other people think. So they always, in the public eye, you see it. They're always trying to shame you. They're always trying to say negative things about you. They're always trying to say that they don't miss you, while simultaneously in your inbox asking you kind of questions, trying to sleep with you, whatever the case may be. This be happening. This be happening a lot, y'all. So this is just something for y'all to consider as you're moving forward. It really, really is, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning into this episode about getting rid of a narcissist. Like, are there ways that I missed? Drop them in the comment section. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. And also, if you don't know, my newest course is called Finding Your Why. It's also available. It's at mentalhealness.net. You can scroll down, find my courses and my coaching, and my support group. Everything is at mentalhealness.net or courses.mentalhealness.net. And you can check it out there, because that's where my courses and stuff like that are. Support group. Enter the code MOTHERS, MOTHERS, for up to 50% off my courses, my video series, and all the other good stuff, y'all. Anyways, y'all, hit that subscribe button, and I am out. Peace. What up, y'all? What up? Before you leave, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It just helps us reach more people. Also, everything I have is available at mentalhealness.net. My coaching, my courses. I have a couple of courses that can help you understand and help you heal. And I also have a support group, all available at mentalhealness.net. Check my site out for everything, y'all, and I will see y'all later.